So before we begin with this video, I just want to say that my thought process and strategy, I should say, in this self-defense, basically, from this pimp, this human trafficker, this narcissistic human trafficking piece of shit, is basically, basic nuclear deterrence. You have the United States uses, the nuclear triad. I always talk about it because it's a very useful strategy, not just in the military, but, you hit things from land, air, and sea. And the most useful and diplomatic nuclear deterrence is the strategic bomber, which is, the Air Force. And a strategic bomber, normally when sent out to nuke something, I would just say, I don't know how to put this formally, has the potential to retract, which normally means you're showing that you're trying to make peace. Whereas if you launched an ICBM, you have to rely on missile defense systems, in space and stuff. It's more risky to, blow up the whole spot, as opposed to a surgical strike, if you will. And that was basically what I did. That's basically what I did. So let's continue. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Beverly Rose, of course, and this is as far as I want to go as of now in my Psych Ward Chronicles. I really don't think I have to discuss any more than that was already discussed, if that makes sense. I'm happy with the results of this operation, and I'm not being harassed as of now. But stay tuned, and we'll talk more about it. So, basically, continuing from, the first part, which was split up into two videos because the file was, more than a gigabyte, continuing from that, I don't need to go in anymore. I was going to do a podcast with my man, but I don't have to do any of that because I have nothing to prove. What I've been doing on social media the past month is basically confirming that the leader of the particular boxing community I was in, I'm not afraid to say your name, the LDBC, the leader of the LDBC is nothing but a rat. He records people and he calls the cops when you don't do something that he wants, or if he wants to shut you up. Like I said, the cops and stuff investigated me and said that recording that you showed them was almost 2 years old. So if you heard me talking like that then, why didn't you say anything at the time? Why are you holding on to what you're texting my man is 300 videos? And not only... this is why I'm done talking about it, because I'm gonna just get triggered, and I'm not gonna trigger myself. You're showing the cops our private Skype calls when I'm drinking wine, but when I'm shit-faced drunk, you're recording me talking shit, and then you're sending that to my man. And you think that my man is going to see that and leave me. You're telling my man all of my perversions and stuff like that I hide from him because I don't want him to see that side of me. You're telling him that thinking that he's going to kick me out, even though my name is on the lease to the house I live in, albeit it's a small house, but my name is on the lease, so he can't really kick me out. You want him to do the same thing that these bitches want him to do. You want him to check me, and that's what you always say. Nobody's checking me. Like I always say, men don't check me. That's just not in my nature to be checked by a man. Simply because I've always been around men with the pimp mentality, and that's not a manly mentality to have. And that's why I look at a lot of you brothers as being homosexual, because you choose the side of a man over your womb. That's gay to me. You're giving off homosexual vibes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and try and tell me that you're a man and you're talking about human trafficking. You can't have both. You're either going to be a bitch or you're going to be a man. And the leader of the LDBC is a bitch. That's what he does. You don't know what it's like to be picked up by law enforcement. You're chilling at home, just online, in your own head, in your own hallucinations and stuff. Just having fun on social media, connecting things that don't make sense, just dicking around, because it's social media. I'm not out in the real world talking like this. You don't know what it's like to just be relaxed in your home and pulled out of your home and then taken into a psychiatric hospital and surrounded by strangers while you're hallucinating, by the way. Surrounded by these strangers who are grabbing you, trying to take your clothes off and put you in, their clothes. And then you fight back and they strap you down to, not even a bed, just a piece of plastic. They restrain you, ankles, wrists, and then they sedate you. Every fucking time you call the cops on me, nigga. So I'm not going to keep talking about this, only when necessary. I'm basically using non-violent tactics here to show you guys what kind of man a pimp is. I think Junior the Truth should be the leader of this community. If we're really talking behind the scenes. But I've come to believe that a lot of things that he's been saying about the LDBC members is just completely in his head. When he talks about these niggas want to suck his dick, he's talking about the content creators in the LDBC. He's not talking about the trolls. He's talking about you niggas. But I don't come out and talk about those conversations because that's a conversation that I had with a pervert, and I don't expose perverts. You feel me? You guys are dealing with a fucking rat, and that's why nobody goes near you. I needed you as an effigy. I needed to make an example out of you. But if you want to make this personal by going to my family, calling my little sister who's in Denver, and has nothing to do with me, and out here in Stockton, California, talking to my older sister, telling her you got shooters and shit, trying to make her scared of you, trying to make her fear you and stuff. And then talking to my mama, trying to get at my mama, all while I'm in a psychiatric hospital, and you're talking shit and revealing all my perversions and stuff and lying on me on top of that. You really don't want to go there. I've been studying you since your tales from a hustler. They're tales. They're not real, nigga. Over here, you got Chronicles. You feel me? I'm trying to tell y'all who this nigga is without coming out and saying it. He's a fucking coon. He's a coon, okay? That's the C word we use in the black community for my international perverts that he says aren't real. I'll just leave you guys with this. This is when a lion roars. This is his reaction to when a real man is trying to confront him. This is just a small clip. This is my man Richard.
You don't even know my fucking relationship. You don't even know me. You don't know me. How are you helping me? You literally could have came down here last time when I invited you over. I said, hey, I'll help you out. I take care of you. Let's go help out Bev. We're both friends of hers. Help me help you. Where were you?
But talk to me when you're named after the teacher you look up to. I don't care if you're interviewing millionaire boxers, if you have access to, media credentials and stuff and all these boxing promoters and all that. I don't care if you have access to that. I got named, nigga. I'm a Burley. That's what I want in the boxing world. All this other shit, interviewing, boxers and stuff, that's extra. That's extra. You feel me? That's my mentality. You don't even know if I've met Light Burley. You don't know how I got this name on my shit.
What exactly is a terrorist sleeper cell? Sleeper cells are groups of terrorists, often funded by larger networks, who set up in a target country and wait for instructions, sometimes even years before taking action.
This will go down as a kind of Pearl Harbor of terrorism.
The term terrorist sleeper cell entered the mainstream following the 9/11 attacks. Authorities began pursuing what they believed to be sleeper cells hiding out in U.S. cities.
Because you don't study.
We've broken
It's
out
all
kind of
about
cells in
image for
Umber,
you. I want to fuck with the real
Madrid,
scholars. I want to learn. I need to know who your teachers are. Then I can beat you. I don't need to know you. All I need to know is your mama and your daddy. That's it. That's it. Who taught you? Now I know how to beat you. Figure out 52 blocks, motherfucker. In like 4 years. Try and figure out that system. Study a little bit of Marvin Cook. Coach Barry Robinson. Scholars in the combat world. Not boxers. Not slaves that are fighting for paper. Feel me? But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna be on Twitch. I'm not gonna let this hiccup bother me. The next time you call the cops on me, I'm gonna be ready to go to Stockton or Sacramento because they all love me. You know how many African sisters I met in the psych ward in Sacramento? A Ghanaian one too. I started talking about the golden stool, and she said, "Oh my goodness, you're a true Ghanaian." And she thought I went to Ghana and was out there with the people. I'm like, no, I just study my roots. You know what I mean? But I can go on and on and on, but there's no need to. There's no need to because he's backed up in a corner. You want to sue me? Okay, fine. All you care about is money and your image. Prove to the people who you are. That's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I needed. Obviously, I couldn't do that with my stepfather, who was a pimp and a Salafi Muslim at that. It's actually where I get a lot of my indoctrination from. Yes, I dropped out of high school, but do you know what I was studying? I was studying a very extreme form of Islam. While I was making music too, and eating pussy. I'm a toxic mess over here. If you really want to make this personal, you can, but I'm chilling with my man, and I'm gonna be on Twitch playing the game like I always do. So until then, I'll see you guys when I see you guys, I guess.